What's up, everybody? It's your favorite show, Get a Bucket. I'm your host, Trey, and as usual, I hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful day. Today, we're going to get right on into it because this is a nice topic to talk about. Idris Femi Adebayo. Y'all might know him as Bam or Bam Bam. I was about to say Bam Bam for short, which is crazy. He just dropped 83 points in the game, ladies and gentlemen, against the Wizards. Kudos to Bam Adebayo, right, for scoring that much. Got to tip your cap to him, right? 83 is still 83, end of day. But then also, you got to feel bad for the daggone Washington Wizards, man, because I'm telling you right now, this is how villains are made, okay? Watch next season, they come in with a little chip on their shoulder. At least I hope so, because you having someone drop 83 points on you, that's kind of disgusting. But what might be more disgusting is how it actually happened. Yes, this is a point in time now where we start critiquing the 83-point game. Again, I gave kudos to dropping 83 points. Like, he still had to make his shots. He had to make his free throws. I hear that. But there were some things that I had to gripe with. Because, again, there were 11 people in the NBA's history that have scored 70-plus points. Okay? And I can't say I've seen them get their buckets the way he did. Now, with Bam, his team was up 14 points at the half. Now, a delta, right, a point delta can always diminish pretty quickly. We've seen that in the league. Hell, we've seen a 20-point game diminish. We've seen that. But in a regular season game, I don't know if we need to see 43 free throw attempts and 43 field goal attempts from one person. Also, keep in mind, too, the refs actually missed about 6 or 7 calls. They called them wrongly. I don't think they should have been shooting fouls, personally. That's just me. That's just my personal take. All right? Then when we also looking at it, hell, everybody on this list that I'm about to name off did not get to the free throw line that much times. They didn't. And keep in mind, again, Bam's team was up a large part of the game, so he didn't have to play. But again, he was chasing Kobe's record. So I understand how we got here, but nobody played the way that they played for Bam, because his team was actually fouling the Wizards just so that Bam can get a point. Like, we were trying to do that multiple times just so that he can get to the 80 mark. That's kind of disgusting work. I'm not going to lie to y'all. That didn't happen in D-Book's situation. His sons, he dropped 70 points. He went to the line 26 times. To be clear, ladies and gentlemen, outside of Wilt Chamberlain, who scored 100 points, this is the most free throw attempts that anybody on this list had. And by the way, his sons actually lost their game versus the Celtics. So his points were needed. Joel Embiid, they were close at the half against the Spurs. Ended up being a 10-point delta. Wemby scored 30 points. Joel Embiid scored 70. Which, if y'all not paying attention to this, France is going to be on our ass come 2028, because we just had 2 NBA players drop 70 and 80 points, 83, on French players. We got, again, Wemby had that 70-piece dropped on him. And then Alex Sarr and Bilal Koulibaly had that 83-piece dropped on him. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm worried about France. But let's continue it, right? Elgin Baylor, his team was up 5 at halftime. He gives you 71. 19 free throw attempts. Damian Lillard, this was in 39 minutes of play. Joel Embiid was in 37 minutes of play, too. That's kind of crazy. But his team was up 15 at the half. So this is kind of synonymous to Bam's team, right? They were up 14 at the half. Dame's team was up 15 at the half. They ended up winning that game. Donovan Mitchell, 71 points, 25 free throw attempts, had to go into overtime. David Robinson, 71 points, up 2 entering the fourth quarter. Luka Doncic, 73 points, 16 free throw attempts. David Robinson had 25, by the way, free throw attempts. But Luka had 73 points, 16 free throw attempts. And it was a close game the whole time. David Thompson, 73 points. He actually lost his game. Cole, and I say we because I'm a Laker fan, 81 points, 20 free throw attempts. Our team down 14 at the half. Wilt Chamberlain, this one was interesting because he got 100 points, 63 field goal attempts. Jeez, that is ridiculous. 32 free throw attempts. Again, we're talking about 100 points. His team was up 11 at the half. You got to assume that Buddy was a little close to the hundo mark. He felt like he could get it. I give a little grace for that because, again, if he got 100, all right, cool, I get it. But he also scored 36 free throw or field goals. That's not bad. And then made 28 out of 32 free throws. I hear it. Bam Adebayo had 83 points on 20 field goal makes out of 43 attempts, and then 43 free throws taken. Let's go to the 81 marker that Kobe dropped. We did 28 and 46, meaning field goal makes, field goal attempts, and then 18 out of 20. That looks a little bit better than what Bam did, respectfully, because Kobe takes 3 more field goal attempts, makes 8 more buckets. Let me say that again. Takes 3 more field goal attempts, 8 more buckets. That's ridiculous. Also, our team was down at the half, so we needed it. And before y'all sit up there and say, oh, well, if Kobe was in the same situation, he would have kept it going too. I'm glad you said that, because Kobe's had moments where he's dropped 60 points in 33 minutes of play, and he chose to sit out the fourth quarter because he was not needed. His play was not needed. He outscored the Dallas Mavericks through 3 quarters. Decided not to play. James Harden had a 60-point game in 31 minutes. He chose to sit out the fourth himself. Klay Thompson, 61 points in 29 minutes on 11 dribbles. Decided to sit out himself. I'm not trying to slight Bam saying he should have sat out. My gripe, ladies and gentlemen, or some of my gripes are the fact that the Heat were literally fouling the Wizards in order for this man to go down the court and just try to get fouled. It looked bad. It was not good basketball, to be clear. And if that's going to set the precedent for what we can do to beat Wilt Chamberlain's record, it's not good basketball, ladies and gentlemen. It's not. It's really not. I asked this one guy who's a Heat fan, where does he rank Bam's 83-point game? He said number 1. Obviously, I think he's joking, but he's been going to bat for Bam today. And the real about it is the game was ugly. Even J.J. Redick said, yeah, that was interesting basketball. Like, if you've watched basketball, you automatically have to recognize, yeah, he had a hell of a first quarter. 31 points ain't bad. I think he had 43 or 45 by the half. All right, that makes you think this is obtainable. Let's try to keep it going. So I understand the logic. I just don't appreciate how the destination got us there. Like, if you actually take the time to watch the game, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just talking about the end again. If you watch the fouls that were called for Bam, at least 6 or 7 of them, I question it. Like, the first one, I would have questioned. Personally, that's just me. If a ref calls it, cool. But I would have questioned it. But also, fouling a team while you're up 20, 30 points in the fourth quarter is kind of egregious. That did not happen with anybody here on this list, not to my knowledge. If so, I missed that memo. So, like, looking at this, it makes me think, like, the delta between Kobe and Bam's free throw attempts is 23. And I got to assume that if Kobe gets 23 more free throw attempts, he's going to make 19 to 20 of those. Which, if we're making 19, we tie Wilt at 100. If we make 20, we're at 101 and we got the lead. And even in that moment, I don't know if I want to respect that 100-point marker, that 101-point marker. If that's how we got it done, if we're fouling the opponents, like, imagine if we're fouling the Raptors to get Kobe to get up to 100. That's kind of that's kind of dirty. That's kind of dirty, personally. But maybe y'all disagree. Now, again, ladies and gentlemen, I gave you 11 total players that have scored 70-plus points. I've given you 3 players who have scored 60 points or more through 3 quarters. And there seems to be some similarities between them. The only person that it differs for is Bam Adebayo. So I think this is going to be controversial. Now, to be nice, I did tell a friend of mine the moment it happened, I think seeing, like, again, the order is Wilt Chamberlain, Bam Adebayo, Kobe Bryant, David Thompson, Luka Doncic, David Robinson, Donovan Mitchell, Damian Lillard, Elgin Baylor, Joel Embiid, Devin Booker. Respectfully, Bam Adebayo's name, it does not look like it belongs on this listing. Like, has Bam ever averaged like 30 points in a season? We're not used to seeing Bam as a scorer. Can he score? Yes. Yes. But a top-tier scorer? Like, I don't think we were expecting Bam Adebayo to be the one that usurps Kobe Bryant. And because of that, I think you can kind of play on the idea that, hey, anything is possible. If you put in a lot of hard work, you can overshadow some of these records that we deemed would be unbreakable. I think there is a case for that. So having Bam Adebayo's name on this list, while I may have a gripe at how it happened, there is a silver lining in it happening. I got to acknowledge that. But again, ladies and gentlemen, I still don't like how it happened. 43 free throw attempts. That is disgusting work. That is the most free throw. That is 11 more free throw attempts than what Wilt Chamberlain had. And Wilt has 100 points. So, like, were we supposed to send Bam Adebayo to the free throw line 17 more times? That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. Because now we're talking about, what, 60 free throw attempts? Like, at some point in time, if he really got fouled that way, cool, I hear it. But we got to be honest about the game because the integrity of the game has been in jeopardy. And this could be a case to explore whether or not the game is rigged. I'm not trying to take away from Bam's game. It's a legendary game. Kudos to you again. You still got to make the buckets. 43 free throw attempts. It just don't sound right. Fouling a team while you up 20, 30 points, that's kind of trash. And matter of fact, one of my boys told me we got to start bringing back allowing fighting to occur. I think this is a moment to allow fighting to occur. Because if you're fouling, that's just not good basketball. But ladies and gentlemen, here's my thing. I'm very curious if you all disagree or agree with me. Like, what was your one immediate thought of Bam's 83-point game? And then two, what was your thought of it after you had time to sleep on it? Maybe you woke up and heard that Bam had 83 points. So I'm curious what your initial thoughts were. And then after you had time to sleep on it and think about it real quick, what you thinking now? Do y'all agree with me in saying that the 83-point game is a little weird? Like, personally, again, no disrespect, I respect Kobe's 81 more than Bam's 83. I might even respect some of these 70s more than this 83 because of how the 83 was obtained. To be clear, hell, this ain't just Bam's 83-point game. This is the team's 83-point game. The Heat scored 83 points. Like, good job, Heat. Like, that's how it looks. That's how it feels. The refs got in a little bit of action, too. Shout out Adam Silver as well. Like, someone got a vendetta against Kobe Bryant. That's how it sounds. That's how it feels, man. I don't know. But let me know y'all thoughts, ladies and gentlemen. So please make sure to like, subscribe, comment, tell anyone who's anyone about the show. My name is Trey. I'm the host of Get a Bucket. I hope you're all having a good one. Take care.